Brilliance Audio presents He's Making You Crazy, How to Get the Guy, Get Even, and Get Over It by Kristen Doute with Michelle Alexander. Performed by Kristen Doute. Let's start here. I was born tall. I think I was at full-grown, 5'9", Amazonian stature at the age of 13. I wasn't insecure about it. I was a self-confident young lady, still raising my hand in class assertively. You see, in middle school, the battle of the sexes is extremely lopsided. Girls run the world. Boys are scared of us. They are just beginning to like us, and they don't know what to do about it. At that age, for a brief moment, we hold all the cards. Just a tiny hint of boobs gives us major power. This dynamic changes fairly quickly as we go through life, facing challenges, breakups, assholes, and losers, and suddenly that untouched self-esteem is out the window. I wish I had known then what I know now, and held on to that inconceivable feeling of power for a little while longer. Unfortunately, power doesn't always come with wisdom. I was in Miss Shelton's language arts class when I heard that the most popular girl in our grade had just had her first kiss during Mr. Jefferson's PE class. I now had a mission. It was time for my first kiss. I was 13, a teenager, and I was ready. He was the most popular guy in our class, and he was the chosen one, whether he liked it or not. He was short, much shorter than me. I'm talking tiny, adorable little pipsqueak short. I didn't care, damn it. This Mr. Petite was going to be mine by the end of the school day. I enlisted my BFF to make the rounds with me past his locker between classes. I waited until the bell rang and slipped a note in his locker, sealed with a lip-smacker-flavored kiss. Do you want to be my first kiss? Check yes or yes. I was confident it would be yes. See you after school. Be there or be square. The last bell finally rang, and word had spread that Mr. Petite and I had a date with Destiny at his locker at exactly 3:15. My friends and I gathered in the bathroom one last time for a quick pep talk and a zhuzh of the hair. The walk to Mr. Petite's locker was like a slow-mo, synchronized scene from any 90s rom-com. My confidence was palpable. We turned the corner, and there he was, looking fly, like a young Vince Vaughn in Swingers. If he had been old enough to drink, he'd have a vodka martini in his hand, shaken, not stirred. Once we were in striking distance of each other, it became obvious that this kiss wasn't going to happen, at least not without a little bit of a boost. Before we could even think of the consequences, my best friend scooped him up from his waist and lifted him toward me. It was awkward, like all first kisses should be. His rock-hard, gelled crooner hairdo thumped my forehead first before we realized we even had to tilt our heads so as to not smash our faces together. You would think kissing would be an instinctual activity learned through osmosis, but it's not. Kissing takes practice. If you don't think it does, then you are doing it wrong. The whole incident lasted a cool 5 seconds before my BFF released Mr. Petite down to his normal location in the world. And just like that, it was over. I had survived my first kiss. I woke up the next day feeling pretty much the same. Nothing had changed for me. A kiss was just a kiss. Yet, once I got to school, the air felt different. Something was going on. Between the whispers in the hallway and the notes being passed around, I figured out that Mr. Petite had spread a rumor that we went to second base. We didn't, but everyone believed him. Apparently, our height difference humiliated him to the point that he sought his revenge in the most childish way. His lies ruined my reputation at school, and I was immediately labeled a slut. I'd started the year super confident and unashamed of my feelings, and this betrayal was the first of many that chipped away at my belief in myself. I learned quickly that guys will go for the jugular. If you bruise their ego, they're coming after you hard. And I guess in the 7th grade, the jugular was my tits. It didn't ruin me. I still knew my worth. But I filed this lesson away in my back pocket.